Ready? Okay, hi YouTube. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. The vet is gonna be here by 8, so we're getting a pretty quick start here. We're gonna preg check every mare that might possibly be pregnant. We're gonna preg check the cow, have him look at a couple other things. But here's the catch. It's 1 degree right now is what the radio says. And down in this river valley, it's always about 10 degrees colder than what the radio says. So it's in the negative degrees. We got Jewel out here in her sweater. She's gonna sit in the truck most of the time. Game plan, first thing, we gotta get all the horses to the stanchion up at my mom's house because that's where it'll be safest to preg check them. So I'm gonna have Becca take a load of grain, a bucket of grain, find the horses, walk them up there. I'm gonna take a hay bale up there, spread it out so they all stay around. We gotta get every halter and lead rope that we own in the truck and take down there because our pasture goes right up and there's a gate right where we need to be through the valley. And then I'm gonna start a fire down there because it's so cold that it'd be nice to be able to warm our hands up and stand by the fire. I'm gonna do that while Becca's walking up. And then we're gonna start catching horses and tying them up along the fence. Probably, I think 7 or 8 of them. All right, let's get going.
So, unfortunately, we missed Becca bringing the horses up from the pasture. She didn't have any problems with them though, and they all followed her single file in line. Once they were up here by the barn lot, we threw them some hay to make it a little easier to catch the 6 mares that we needed. We had to catch Nugget, Cricket, Tootsie, Chablis, Patty, and Faith. When we first got Faith, you couldn't walk out and put a halter on her in the pasture.
That's pretty good, isn't it? Used to take an hour to catch her in a round pen. Now you can walk right up to her.
As you can see, that's a different story now. She still has a ways to go, but every time JR is working with her, she's making progress. So once all the mares were caught, we had to catch our cow Annabelle and our little pony Daisy. We decided to let the vet check them first so Annabelle could be done and we could put her back out to pasture.
And she'd be at least 2 months, huh?
Oh, at least, yeah.
I don't know that being a mama cow is really going to be in her future.
Can you believe it? As good a mama as her mama was.
I'm sorry, but
Yep.
Nothing, huh?
No, I've got the entire uterus up into my hand. There's the left ovary. It feels normal. Uterus is empty, firm. There's the right. That's through the left horn. Here we're going through the right horn, and now I'm back over to the right ovary, and there's just nothing there. I'm sorry.
No problem. 0 for 1.
Sadly, Annabelle is not bred. Dr. Berger moved right on to checking Daisy. Daisy is so small though that he couldn't use the ultrasound machine on her, so we just had him feel around on her stomach instead.
This is kind of an old school thing, but if they're far enough along, you can feel that gravid uterus bounce back against your hand. It's called ballottement. I'm not feeling that.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean for sure no. It just means that I don't feel it. So I can't say
Hard
yes.
to tell, yeah.
Only time will tell with Daisy. We definitely still have our fingers crossed for her. From here we moved on to checking the 6 mares. Patty is our first mare up.
So if I could only pick one to be bred, it would be this one. We had her ultrasounded at the breeding facility. I mean, she had a perfect follicle.
Yeah.
Super, and he said he even seen her ovulating the 2nd or 3rd day with the ultrasound, so there's a good chance. And it was, you know, she's got that cyst on her right ovary, and it was the left ovary that she was had the follicle on, or vice versa, whichever one doesn't have the bad side. So that's uterus.
Yeah.
Right there. It's empty.
Yeah.
Golly.
There's just no pregnancy there. She's a bit nutty.
You're okay, sibling. You're okay. You're okay, baby. There you go.
Hand that bucket back.
You're okay.
Can we shut your truck off for a minute?
Yeah. You're just terribly shy ice. Like my leg. Everybody's your best friend.
Good girl.
It's easy, sweetie pie. I'm right behind you here, honey. There you go. Is she a maiden mare or is she full?
No, she's had one foal.
Okay.
Need to back her up a little?
We'll just take things nice and gentle.
Well, it's
here.
funny too.
We will back her up.
Ignorant as she is, she's out of a stallion that's supposed to just throw super gentle stuff.
Yeah.
And she was shown as a 3-year-old, got reserve futurity champion. So she's had a lot of work done with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's out of gentle stuff, but she's just pretty dang spirited.
But she's sweet as can be.
She is
also,
sweet. She
she's
likes
very
it. Like when
sweet.
you get her, when I got her out and was riding her before she hurt her head, as soon as you started messing with her, she just calmed down, started loving on you, and sweet horse.
She's just scared.
And as gentle as Bob is, once she starts breeding, she'll have gentle colds.
Good. This is the one that could be shorter.
No. Oh, she'd be a couple months at least. I've had you do this so many hundreds of times, I can read your face and what you're thinking. And you're thinking not right now.
Well, my hand is not perfect. Finding a very soft, flaccid uterus, no tone, ovaries look quiet. She's in anestrus, which is to be expected this time of year.
Yep.
Sorry.
Not a problem. You know, she looks like her belly sticks out here, not down and round, you know.
Well, even at this stage of gestation, they're not going to have a big belly. It's cold enough that the lube on the sleeve is freezing. Well, that's the right ovary. Then we'll move into the pretty quiet-looking uterus.
Bummer.
And out to the left side and left ovary. Nothing in between. Sorry.
Well,
If you were watching my channel like a good friend would, you'd know I bought this mare because a woman told me she was wild and reactive,
Yeah.
and it was just too much for her to train.
Yeah.
It took her 45 minutes to catch her in a round pen,
Yeah.
and I can walk out in the pasture and catch her now, and I've only worked with her 5 times.
Well, that's good.
she's still very
That's sweet.
She's jumpy though.
Yes,
Young horse.
yeah. But I mean, I've got her doing lots of stuff. She wouldn't have done that when I bought her.
You're okay. Nice and easy, sweetie pie. We'll swing this gate behind you here. Right behind you.
You're okay, babe.
Just right behind you. We'll just keep talking to you so you know where we are. There you go. You're okay, sweetheart. Just give her a few moments here.
She's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, she comes out of it quick when I work with her. Just a day or so, and I got to where you couldn't touch her back legs. She'd lay down on the ground when you touch her.
So she's not mean.
No.
No.
She's
turned out
just scared.
Turned out in a 100-acre pasture by herself as a foal and never touched till they caught her as a 3-year-old.
Okay, well,
Scared to death.
there
Of
you
life.
go. Yeah.
And you know that herd mentality, like a herd disciplining them and stuff,
Right.
that makes their brain sound.
Yeah. So she didn't get that. She didn't get the experiences to learn how to be a horse.
Yeah.
They do. The social aspects are huge.
Becca, grab the grain scoop. Let her eat some while we do this on her. Just to,
Yeah. No, we don't want to make this experience bad for her. That'll be detrimental to her long term. Taking it nice and easy. She's relaxing better. She's not squatting down quite so bad. There you go. We have another mare, anestrus, basically. She's nothing going on.
only one that looks looks like it's got a belly to me. Of the ones I've
Well,
read.
we'll cross our fingers and be optimistic. Doesn't cost a thing to be optimistic.
Woo!
Oh, she will kick too. This one.
It's a good rule of life. All horses kick, all dogs bite, all cats scratch. I'm right behind you, honey. Here. There you go. That's a good girl. Just take this nice.
That belly looks low and to the right to me.
Oh boy, you will, won't you? Yeah, you'll have to keep her backed up. She was
Wanting to kick you already.
She was giving
She
me
lifted it big time.
Yeah. That's why we have to have a back door. The back door on this stock and the back door on the ones at the clinic have saved me more than once. Easy, sweetie. Now, honey, let's not do that, sweetie.
Feel anything? Or didn't feel you?
Possibly. She's really tense, and so I want to be as gentle as I can here, so I'm just going to go straight to the ultrasound. Don't want to make this a bad experience for her. Let's see if we can find a heartbeat here. There's spine,
There's a baby.
and there's a baby.
Aw,
Well, I think it's a horse.
we got a horse.
We're certainly pregnant. We saw a moving fetus, so that's confirmatory. That's a good.
So this Nugget, she's 2.5. She accidentally got out with a stud before I bought her, so we're just doing a preg check just in case, just to make sure. She shouldn't be bred, but you never know.
She would be pretty far along.
Yeah. No. She's new. Her name's Nugget.
Good girl. She's so far along, just palpated.
Right. I'm just letting it warm up.
Oh, okay. Does she look bred to you? Just looking at her?
No, not super far along, but I tell you that they can sure hide on you. I've had some that sure did not look pregnant, but when you palpate them, there was a big colt in there, and they're just holding it up high and forward. So
Emery claims she's been seeing the baby move.
outward appearances can be so misleading. All right. She does not look, obese to me. She does not look of substandard muscle. Well, I think you're going to have a foal this spring.
Yeah.
Is she?
I
How far
told
along
you.
is she?
She's fair away. I can't tell you for sure, to be honest. She's too far along for me to be able to do that.
Even with the ultrasound?
No, I wouldn't waste the money on the ultrasound.
Yeah.
The foal is far enough along that I'm not going to be able to tell you about twinning even with the ultrasound.
Yeah.
She's just too far along. And she's too far along for me to be able to tell gender.
Yeah.
So
Now, what about her age? She would have just been a 2-year-old when she was bred. Now she'll be
she'll be
get
foaling as a 3-year-old approximately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So truthfully, it's going to depend a lot upon the size of the foal. If we're predisposed to oversized foals,
Yeah.
then we can have a problem here. If we have normal sized foals, the pelvic area felt appropriate. Body structure for her age, she's on the smaller side, but she didn't feel real narrow. I didn't feel a smaller than normal birth canal, pelvic inlet, pelvic outlet, relative to what I would expect. So
That's good.
she felt pretty normal. And
The thing is, the stallion that she's bred to, nice looking buckskin,
Yeah.
registered fox trotter, and I rode him there.
Good.
Or seen him rode there, and
Yeah.
he was a good horse. So
she's young. I don't advise breeding at this young of an age.
No.
Because I just don't advise it. It could stunt her overall growth. But what I would do is I would get in contact with them to find out
about foaling ease.
if he tends to have oversized foals or small foals.
There was a couple newborns there, and they were little.
Okay,
Itty
good,
bitty, they were
good,
tiny.
good.
They were little compared to the studs or the colts I have.
Good,
So.
good. That would be a good thing.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I would
right.
visit with them. Let me take the tail wrap off of her, and this little lady's done.
Although this isn't an ideal situation for Nugget or her foal, we're going to hope for the best and keep a close eye on her as her due date approaches. So out of the 4 mares Bob was with, only Tootsie will bred. We've been a little concerned that he may be infertile due to the EPM he contracted last year. So we're pretty happy that at least 1 out of the 4 is bred. And sadly, Patty wasn't bred either. We plan on trying to breed her again this spring, but she's getting a little up there in age, so we'll just kind of have to wait and see with her. If you can, like and subscribe for us. Our first foal will be arriving here really shortly, so make sure to stay tuned and follow along for updates. Thanks for watching.